Welcome everyone, it's Adrian from bigDAWGS. We're announcing a massive partnership. We're bringing advanced marketing tech and premium print to 37 Print 3 locations. With me on the couch is Andrew Hermanak, the president of Print 3, and bigDAWGS CEO Eddie. Hello, hello.
Hello.
So Andrew, I know this all started because you were looking for high-end raised foil and UV finishes. Why is there a massive gap in bringing premium prints embellishments to a retail franchise?
Thank you for the question, Adrian. There has been a gap. It's existed for a long time. The problem is customers have never realized the value that embellishment brings, as well as the specialty marketing. That's what really attracted me to Eddie and bigDAWGS. I mean, you guys have a very unique offering. I say it's the leading offering in Canada in terms of both embellishment as well as specialty marketing. And the team that you've built here, I can see the excitement when I was introduced to Eddie, but it wasn't until I actually came to the facility and actually saw the staff that's working here. It brings it all into one bundle. And for us to be able to make these offerings and bring them coast to coast throughout our locations in Canada, again, will give us a leading edge in terms of what we're offering to our customers and how our customers can communicate with their customers as well. So we're really excited about that opportunity.
So Eddie, we've been doing NFC since 2013 and we introduced foil in 2020, which is what brought Andrew to our door. Now you're rolling out foundational NFC print to the Print 3 network. Can you break down the magic of how this works and what actually happens when someone taps this?
Thank you for that, Adrian. Well, for those that don't know what NFC is, it's basically the same technology that you use to pay for stuff in the store. You can tap with your phone or you can tap with your credit card. It's the same tech. We are using that in marketing and sales materials. But I think what drives us is the power that we have when we combine both the back end, which is the software, and also the hardware, which is the production part of it as well. Many companies, they either specialize in one or the other. We do both. So I'll give you an example. We have a Google review stands. These review stands are typically used in stores now that you can tap with your phone. And when you tap it, they go directly to the Google review or the other review aggregator directly. But we have a system where when you tap it with your phone, it goes to a landing page that first asks them basically how well they did, the store did. And if they leave a bad review or if they're disgruntled, it gives us an opportunity, gives them an opportunity to basically file a complaint with the management of the store before they actually leave a bad review. So that's one of the things that we have done. And on the back end of things as well is the idea that we can tie it in with marketing campaigns. So when you tap the NFC, any NFC, it could be NFC business card, could be the review stand with your phone, it can tie in with online advertising. So it can be part of the Google Ads audience, Facebook audience, and that sort of thing. So basically when you start interacting with marketing pieces or sales collateral that contains NFC, you can actually have a customer base and audience that you can present ads to. So it's very exciting, that mix of technology. We're good at both. And I think that is something that the opportunity that we have at Print 3, releasing to all the customers, showing the power of that integrated marketing, I think that will really go far and disrupt the entire Canadian print and marketing industries.
Oh, that's awesome. That's definitely something to look forward to. So we're the exclusive production hub for Print 3's race foil. We actually just this year entered the FSEA Gold Leaf Awards and won 7 awards.
Yes, yes.
And not to mention that
Yeah.
this is our first time doing this.
Yeah. Isn't that nuts?
Yeah, it was just like crazy. We were just like, yeah, let's give it a shot, and the shot hit. Why is having award-winning tactile design so critical for brands right now?
First, with the rewards, I think a lot of it has to do with you guys, you on the design side. I mean, half of it is my side on the technical and making sure the machine works even beyond spec, but you guys did an amazing job. But with that said, with the awards, and I think even the awards themselves, they basically look at it and judge it whereas, hey, what looks creative and what looks pretty. And it does look amazing. And what do you think so, Andrew? Like
I think it looks amazing.
some of the stuff that we have, I mean, it just looks phenomenal. I see it every day, but I'm still amazed like how good we are at creating these amazing effects. But
Yeah.
it's tactile effects too.
Yeah.
So you're a recent graduate
Yes.
from school, but
Yes.
let me ask you this: do they teach you tactile effects in design?
No, they
It's
did
all
not.
it's all visual,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But the idea of tactile, the idea of having that raised UV raised fall, that interaction, that touch, it's not just something that yeah, it looks cool, but there's science behind it. I mean, proven hard data. So SAPI and Clemson University did a study last fall, and what they did is they set up a fake store basically, and they had a group of people go in there and interact with the products. So a couple of things that caught my attention with some of the stats and some of the results was this. So if a consumer interacts with a heavily embellished premium piece, by that I mean raised UV raised foil, and they start touching it twice, that increases the chances that they will buy that product by 50%. They touch it 4 times, interact 4 times, it goes to 90%. Also, a non-embellished packaging versus a embellished packaging. So an embellished packaging, a product in there, an embellished packaging will move 3 times faster than a plain non-embellished packaging, 3 times. So that just also moves product. But another thing that was even more interesting is perceived value. And what I mean by that is customers were willing to pay 89% more for the product if it was in a heavily embellished printed piece than it was if it was a flat box. In other words, when you think about this, let's say you have the same product and you're packaging it in just a regular flat plain box and you're selling it for $10. If you add premium embellishments, you could sell the same product for $18. Think about that. That's ROI. So these are the type of metrics that came out in the studies, and it's again not just beautiful, and it's very eye-catching, but it's hard-backed data, hard-backed science. So that is when I was also excited to see those results. And of course, it's going to be more studies. We are going to be conducting more studies in the Print3 network, but it is something that's very powerful, has a very huge ROI attached to it, and again. The complete deployment nationwide.
Yes, exciting.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to bring so much power to so many businesses, so many small and large businesses, and yeah, I can't wait to this just explodes.
That's totally a game changer, guys. Speaking about game changer, we're working on something to make print look near screen level color perfect. We're using the Fujifilm Revoria presses with specialty toners like pink, white, clear, gold, silver. Why is this like the holy grail for hitting impossible brand colors?
Well, I have an answer, but I want to hear from Andrew. When you were attracted to a Fujifilm Revoria as well?
Yeah, it's state of the art in terms of technology that's hit the market space. That 5th color really makes a huge difference. Taking that 5th color and then working with someone like Eddie and your team here, and even taking it to the next level is absolutely amazing. So we're excited about not only creating incredible color, incredible expressions in terms of the color for our customers, but also creating data-driven documents. I mean, to me, that is leading edge. Like nobody else is doing that, because if I'm selling a customer a document, or whether it's one of these towers, and I can show them the data that they're getting back, that's something that's unique that we'll be able to offer right across Canada, as opposed to just selling flat print. And with the new Fujifilm, the 5th color, the Revoria, The technology that's in that press, I mean, I have not seen color coming out
It's
of
unbelievable. Yeah.
presses like this. And I've been doing this now for 37 years. So this is really groundbreaking. And the fact that we're doing this together with bigDAWGS as well even brings it to that next level. So that's really, we're really pumped and excited. We have our conference coming up in the next week in Niagara Falls, so I look so much forward to showing some of these things to our franchisees that'll be flying in from across Canada, as well as arranging for an open house here at bigDAWGS in July, where we'll be able to bring in the people to actually see this facility and the team that's working behind this facility.
You know, one thing I like to add about the color, and I think this is something that we didn't realize the power at first, because when we first were introduced to the Rivoya, we were thinking, yeah, you can do a lot of stuff with the metallic toner, so the gold, the silver, and getting those cool swatches. And we were introduced to the pink. But when you first saw the pink, Adrian, were you excited?
Yeah, I was super excited. I actually grabbed one of the orange
Yeah,
in
yeah.
comparison. It's in my room. I pinned it on my wall ever since then because it's like crazy to think that you have print that matches screen color colors. Like that's crazy. Like
Yeah, and that's
yeah.
exactly when I first saw that I was thinking, what can a colors can it achieve? So after doing even more research, let's talk about first off Pantone colors. I mean, for those that are aware of CMYK, you know that you can't hit all the Pantone colors. CMYK can only hit 60% of Pantone colors. But with the Rivoya pink toner and the upcoming green toner in a product launch this summer, those combined has a certified is certified to hit 93% of Pantone colors.
That's crazy.
But that is one thing. But what I realized is this. I mean, we have this amazing intern program, and we're working with brand guides. We have been working with brand guides recently, and what I've noticed in the presentations that that the intern team and your team was presenting to me, was that when you're doing brand guides, it starts with RGB colors, hex codes. 10 years ago, we were defining more of PMS colors, but now it starts with hex codes. So digital designers, designers now, which are digital, they're digital first. They're screen first. They think of web first and screen assets. And you can't easily convert that. It's impossible. It's just a totally different science. So what really, I had a really revelation of the power of brands that are using these very hard to achieve RGB high color gamut. And I'm talking about, of course, the pinks, the oranges, even the greens, the yellows, that sort of thing. A lot of them are using really hard to get colors. Well, the Rivoya system, it makes it so easy to achieve these RGB colors by just one click. It's the DFE, so they have a flow rip. It's their version of a rip instead of fiery, and it's literally just one checkbox. You've seen it, right? One checkbox, and boom, it just automatically targets RGB colors, and it works pretty good. Like it's just, yeah. So we are now also focusing on building a creative team focused on helping brands, these national brands now, with this new equipment, achieve these colors and defining them in their own brand guides. So this is something I'm looking forward to announcing very shortly, this whole ecosystem. So this whole creative department, and also using the Print3 network as a production hub nationwide to produce these amazing brand colors, these hard to hit gamut brand colors. So I'm excited just to do that. Yeah.
That's very exciting.
Yeah.
But let's circle back to NFC print. What is the most crazy, most effective application of NFC print that you've seen?
Ooh, okay, that's a tough one, because we've been doing it since 2013, and we were actually the first company in Canada, and we were working with RIM, or BlackBerry now, but RIM at the time, on a first NFC campaign. This is one of the first NFC jobs that we did. So there's actually printed code. Inside it, there's an NFC that also has a code as well. And the way they use this is they were handing this out in the concourse, the path, downtown. So downtown Toronto, there's this area that connects all of these business buildings together, office buildings together, and they have a lot of shops, and a lot of thousands of people walk through these corridors every day. And they were handing these out throughout the corridors. And they had a place set up in the concourse that they were inviting people like, hey, why didn't you go down the concourse over there and you could tap this on a NFC reader, and on a screen it would says whether they won or not and what they won.
That's cool.
And I thought that was a brilliant way. So it's experiential marketing. I thought that was a great first campaign that we were able to be a part of, and I heard it went really well. Like, it got so many people to the booth, like handing this out. And you don't see what you get. Like, you have to go to this booth and scan your card, so it adds that level of interactivity, adds that level of fun and that excitement, and yeah, it worked really well. So that is one of the craziest things that I've seen.
Talk about experiential, design, right? We're gonna go to Andrew. Along with the tech, we're offering completely custom die cuts and premium foil with zero minimums. How does this no minimum approach change the game for small businesses walking into Print3?
It's huge. I mean, honestly, that's always been a challenge for us. And when I spoke to Eddie about this really opens up the door to a lot of our customer base to try this. Because I think the biggest fear that people have with this, when they look at it, they say they love it, they like it. I'd like to try it, as opposed to ordering hundreds or thousands. Let's try it on a shorter run. And then we'll see how that goes, and then being able to order more. So that's the uniqueness that we have. We do custom packaging as well out of our Calgary location, and I know that you guys can do smaller custom packages here as well. But we've always been in the belief that if we can get customers to try something in short runs, those short runs become very profitable for us, as well as they'll turn into different longer runs going down the road. So it's really exciting for us to bring this to our market space, to our customers to try. And I think that because of the creativeness that you guys have with the staff that you have here, I think this is going to be a big win for us, and will really make Print3 stand out in the Canadian market space as well.
Yeah, definitely. If a marketer runs out to Print3 tomorrow, what is the very first smart print product they should order to blow their clients away?
Ooh, tough one. I would say NFC business cards. Business cards are making a comeback, especially with digital noise. With NFC, that could be tied in to many different activations. So I think one of the best things that you can do, and I actually speak about this online on LinkedIn, is you sell with video. I mean, we have a lot of video, and we're also doing video now too, but it's a very powerful way to sell. Meaning, when you compare video to other ads, you will have that retention of 90%. So you remember a video that you watched yesterday 90% compared to a display ad that you saw. You barely remember that. I'm thinking, you can tap on a business card, it gives you that one, shows you the video, and then that one call to action. Very powerful. So other activations too, that connection hub as well, and when you tap on the NFC business card. But I think NFC business cards, especially with embellishments, yeah, I think that is something that way to go, and that's something that we really are going to be pushing first to the Print3 network nationwide.
All right, folks, there we have it. Andrew, Eddie, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And we're so excited to see where this new venture is gonna take us. And to everyone watching, thank you for tuning in. Make sure to visit your local Print3 shop, and see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.